Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Edoggz Reviews. Today we're going to be doing a comparison between the Transformers Kingdom Trilogy Airazor versus the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Evil Predacon Terrorsaur. So if you did not know, this is a repaint, remold of the original figure, which is Airazor. And we're going to go through the differences, the QC issues, and all that jazz. So let's get into the box. So here we have Airazor on this side, and she appears to be running on ground for some odd reason. And then on the front of the box, we have her in Alt mode, which is a hawk. Nice background. It could have been better, in this background. Tell you honestly, you have this collage of characters there, and then we have in the back of the box we have her in a robot mode. We have her in alt mode, and it takes 22 steps to transform it. And we have the bottom of the box. We have the top of the box. So there we go. On this side, we've already been through this. We're just going to go through it real quickly. This is the front of the box. We have Terrorsaur in his alt mode. RC, Bumblebee, still don't know who this guy is. Somebody help me. Optimus, and then on this side, we have him shooting with his left hand. And then on the back of the box, we have him in his robot mode. And his alt mode, take 22 steps to transform it. And there's the top of the box and the bottom of the box. So here you go. Now, inside of Airazor's box, you're going to get this card. You may get this card. Let me correct myself. And this is Optimus Prime. He's an Autobot. Right? The Bumblebee ones don't come with the card. Just to let you know. Now, here is Airazor, close up. Let me get focus on her. Very nice, and you get these two little missiles that are mounted on her forearms. It's a nice gray, picked out with a little bit of orange, and something that's supposed to be like goldish here in this area. And then you have this side, and then you have the back, and you have these this trim, right? I guess you want to call that gray type-ish trim there, which is also nice. And you have this side, and then you have her face. Now they decided to put either a lavender purple on her face. You can kind of see her eyes, which are like a green, and that is about it. She got a gold helmet broken up by orange. Real quick with Terrorsaur, Terrorsaur. And this is what it looks like. It's mostly red, broken up by blue. You have these grading. The gun is supposed to be broken up into different colors, but it's not. Here we have the side of the figure, and then we have the back side of the figure. And this side, we already seen all of this, right? And there is a face. QC is much better on Airazor, and that's because that's the first time they ever designed it. The ball joints on the feet are very good. Why is it not in focus? The ball joints on the feet are very good. There is a much better ratchet joint in these ankles that are better than Terrorsaur. Waist is good. The arms are stiff. The wings fold up much better than Terrorsaur. All of that stuff is much better on this. Now, I do not have the golden disc version of Terrorsaur, and that is because it is very expensive. It goes for about $60 and up, and it is better. The color breakup of the golden disc version, it's much better, and I can see why. And plus, you're getting the golden disc along with it. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, articulation, before we get into articulation, let me just go through a little bit. Background of Airazor. Her function is aerial recon. She turns into a falcon, which we'll get into. And her alternate name is Wing Saber. For some reason, don't know. And then we have Terrorsaur, who is a aerial combatant. So there you go for that. So let's now go into our articulation of Airazor. So you can turn all the way around, it's not a problem, and you can clearly see that it is on a ball joint there. So you can look up in the sky however you wish, looking for something there. And we have the shoulder pads. The shoulder pads are supposed to be up like this, but you can get them the arms all the way out like that. These will follow for some odd reason, and you go all the way back on the arm as so, and then you go all the way up like so. That's as far as you're going to get. There is a bicep swivel where this gold piece is, and let's see if that's more than 90. Let's see if that's straight. Slightly more than 90 degrees on the elbow. Wrists do not turn, but you do get this for the transformation. So you can articulate this if you know what if you're new to or you're doing there. The legs come all the way up there, very nice. Knee more than 90 degrees. If we move this arm out of the way, you can get on our thigh. There is a part right here, right where it's not a thigh, it's where the knee is. So you got some knee movement here, or should I say the lower thigh movement, however you want to take it. And we have ball joints on the feet. They can move forward, they can move back. They can move around 360 degrees for the transformation. And then we have this ball joint right here in the knee. Let's just call it that. And that's also for the alt mode. Now the backpack is very different from Terrorsaur here. This is a much cleaner backpack. This one works better, and I'll show you that in a second. Let's turn him around here. So that's the backpack here. Note that the head comes back this way, but if you flip it up like this, you can clearly see that they went with a different way of transforming these wings, and you can see how much cleaner that is. So it's much appreciated. Now he is going to fall on the floor. That's what he does. And she also has waist articulation. Don't want to forget that. Now Terrorsaur has the same thing. Only difference is the backpack is designed different. Transformation is pretty much the same, and the weapons are different. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. Right? So we are going to transform Airazor first. And first we want to remove these missiles. I kind of remember from the show that she had a gun. If somebody wants to correct me on that, please let me know in the comment section. I would sure like to know about that. Could have sworn she had a gun. And we're going to start with the backpack first, because that's the easiest. So you just want to flip these out like so. Flip these out like that. And you want to bring this out, and we need to straighten this armature business out. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Now, if this ever happens when you're on your figure, they simply peg back together. It's not a big deal. Did I get it? Give me 1 second. Let me fix this wing first. Okay, so I had to fix that wing off camera. And just simply want to straighten this out. Bring this out like that. Hopefully we don't have the same problem with this. Right? And we'll bring this way down. Right? Easy. Normally the tail is plugged in. That I mean, it's optional if you want to plug it in both modes. It's, you know, we have that, or you can have it up and use it as a like an air brake type of deal. Right? So you want to bring the arms up like this. You want to bring the other arm like this. Right? So there's going to be 2 slots that's going to pop up very soon. And you want to next focus on the backpack. So you pull this tail up, and you need to pull this part up, and you need to bring up this whole chest, her own chest, like this. Now this could be tricky because sometimes these little gold things in there, they don't want to work with you sometimes. And what you want to do is you want to rotate this around. Right? Make sure you got enough clearance to do so, like that. Right? So you have the bird's heads here. And now what this is supposed to do is supposed to collapse and plug into these 4 ports. There's 2 there and there's 2 there. And that could be tricky because you need to move it in a certain way of doing so. So you have to push back this way in order to collapse it. So you gotta manage this in a way that it wants to fold that way. See, let me see if I can get it on camera. See, like that. Right, we gotta hide the head again. Right, so that will be the robot mode, but we need to cover this plug right here. So we're close. So you just gotta push this forward. All right, hold on, give me a second. All right, we need to push this piece up. All right. Let's see if we can get this side to go. Bring this down, move this back. And we want to plug these 2 things together if we can. And all right, so one side is doing it and the other side is not doing it. All right. There is a trick that I learned. You plug in the first 2 ones and the rest should be able to like collapse in on itself. Yeah, there we go. So you take the first two plugs, right? There's these two holes here. There's one there and there's one there, and there's a tab in this vicinity. I can't remember. Oh, there's a tab there, and then there's a tab right behind it. So if you can get the first one in, the other one is going to follow suit. Right, so that's robot mode. That's not what we want. Let's try again. Right, so we want to collapse it in here. Right. All right. So one of these don't want to work with me. So we're gonna unplug this. Right, so that's the robot mode right here. Because it's too far up, we need to move it back. So you wanna all right, so let's see if I got it. Nope, still haven't got it. Let's see. This is the tricky part about this. Because sometimes when you do it, you can do it out, multiple times. This has to plug in. This moves back. That plugs in. Like so. Nope, that's not going to do it. It's in the right place. All right, so here we have it. This is what it's supposed to look like. You take the two tabs. You want to, not the first one on the top, but you want to aim for the second one that's on the bottom. That's how you transform it. All right. And for some reason, it doesn't want to stay. All right. So let's move on, shall we? So we take the arms here, and we want to bend it at the elbow, and you need to bend it at the wrist, and we need to bring this down to insert it into this cavity here. Same thing, you want to turn, if you haven't done it yet, bring it down an elbow, bring this piece right here on the wrist, fold that up like so, bring it in like that. And you have that part done. Don't worry about these wings, we'll get to those later. The little legs. So the best way to do this is turn this around, the waist around like that. You turn the upper thigh around so it reveals these this little port right here on the side. Do the same thing. turn it around. The lower portion of the leg you want to turn backwards. Same thing on this side, turn it backwards. Let me bring the brightness up just a tease. Just a tease. Take the feet, they normally are on that side, you need to bring them on this side. So what you want to do is you want to bring this up on the thigh, and you want to bring this down on the knee, and this should connect together like so, like that. And again, I always forget what side am I on, so let's bring that around. So again, bring this up, bring this down, right? You plug this port into this this socket right here. Plug that together, and again, I may forget. Turn it around. Let's fix the wings. Now you can do whatever you want with the wings. It's up to you. Alright, so we got that done. Take these missiles or rockets, plug it into the upper portion of the thigh. Right, so that's done. And we can bring these up just a little bit, and you can have it in flight mode like that if you want. There is a screw hole here. There's 2 slots there, another 2 slots, and this port. If you have a stand for this port, you can use it. Very nice. This is what it looks like on the side. This is what it looks like from the top, and this is what it looks like from the bottom. A little bit more of this gray should be over here on the top end part, but that's a little nitpick of my own, and that's about it. So let's talk about articulation. So we have this ankle that's going to provide it to sit on our table. The ball joint gives it freedom of movement on the feet. The head can look down and up. Can this move? No, the mouth cannot move. And the wings can be moved as ever you wish. I keep the tail up for the air brake function type of deal. And there you go. You can sit her down here. We gotta manage just a little bit. Just a little bit. He was doing so good, Terrorsaur. He was standing there so good. Alright. Trying to just manage this just a little bit. Oh, come on. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it right there. Alright, so now it's time for Terrorsaur. You get this gun out of the way. Alright, same deal. We're just gonna like rush right through it, tell you honestly. So we're gonna bring these arms up like this. Bring the arms up like that. We're going to turn the thigh on the opposite side, so you have this ready. And matter of fact, let's leave the thigh last because it doesn't turn the same way as Airazor. It doesn't turn like all the way around, something kind of like a deal. So we take this lower portion of a leg, let's leave that like that. Take the lower portion of the leg, leave that right, like that. Take the wings, you want to bring this out like so, and we want to unfold like so. These are a little easier, they're not as tight as those, but I prefer the more tighter version than this. And bring that out like that. So the wings are already good to go. You untab the tail, which is in the same spot. The only difference is they took away that port in which the tail is supposed to plug into. We can get underneath the chest here, right, by folding this back panel, and we need to unplug the back from the chest, right, to create a space. And again, these two things are going to get in your way. Take the head, you want to flip it inside like so. Make sure you got enough clearance to get it all the way across like that. And another difference is we have these two slots instead of the 4 ports that were on either side, and we have these little rectangular pieces of plastic right here. That's going to plug into these two pieces. Right. So we need to raise this up like so. We're going to take the hands. You want to turn here, bring it down like so. Take the fist, same thing. You want to flip it in, straighten this arm out, and we can plug this into the side. Now these things right here, they're optional. You can keep it like that, or you can turn it around. So we're going to turn it around for this video. Same thing on this side. Turn at the elbow, bring it down, take this piece. You need to fold the wrist inwards like so, and you want to plug it into the square hole like that. While we're here, we're going to take the head, we're going to bring this out. Right, we're going to turn the head around. You're going to bring it forward like this. So we got the front done. Again, you take this piece right here. You can just fold this around if you want to. All right. So we got to focus on the legs. So we got to bring this up. Turn this around like so, bring the tail down, and we need to bring the leg up like this, turn it around like that so it's facing upwards. Same thing on the other side, bring it up a little bit, you turn it around. And they use a slot and port system here, so it is the slot is on this side, and the piece of plastic that it plugs into is on that side. And what you do is you just kind of go through here. You kind of find a way to get to this port. Right. All right, so let me see, something's getting in the way. Let me just turn these up. Bring the leg down like that. Now you want to aim for this rectangular bit that's in his inside leg, and that's how you know you got it right. Same thing on this side. Bring the leg down like this, turn it around like that. We'll finish that up in a second. Plug that in. Right now you can turn these backwards. Turn these backwards. Oh, this one keeps popping out. There we go. Right. And the feet should be on the right side. I think I'm on the right side. Right, so if you want him in flight mode, let's clean him up just real quick. We're gonna do the same thing we did for Airazor. Now these things are supposed to plug into place. Just mushroom these together and make sure you got the right thing going on for you, the right pose, if you will. And you can have him in his flight mode or his pterodactyl mode, if you will. As for putting a post or a stand kind of a deal, maybe they can work with these, excuse me, maybe they can work with these two slots here or this hole. Maybe they can come up with something that would like plug into this area right there. That will be cool. And again, we can bring these on these elbows, on the ankles. Now these are not strong whatsoever, and he's probably not going to stand whatsoever. Let's see if I can get him to stand with the wings up. Oh no. Is it going to sit there? Will it sit there? Okay, that's the best I can do. Terrorsaur's gun does not plug anywhere in his alt mode, which is a shame. They could have put it, you know, underneath the tail or something like that. But it's okay, you know. So let me give you a comparison of the front as best as I can. Let's do this. That's what it looks like from the front, and that's what it looks like from the side. And let me turn this one around. Like that. Let me turn this one around, and you got that. Here it is from the top view. Kind of a deal. And yes, so what's underneath here. Terrorsaur has a better chest, if you know, if you want to go about it. It conceals everything, and Airazor's head is right here, but you can't see her face, so you gotta let it slide. So yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. You help me to reach 1,000 on YouTube here. And if you have any questions or comments about action figures, where to find them or whatever in general, drop me a line, as they say, as they used to say. So coming up next is this. We're going to put Theodore up against the big cat, Tigertron, in our next video. So please stay tuned for that. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And Legacy Motormaster is going to be next with an upgrade. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.